Hello, everyone. Today, I would like to talk about the Polymega. I don't think a lot of people are too aware of what it is, or maybe why this video would be a thing. So, the Polymega is a really interesting system. A lot of people are a little upset that the fact that it's not an FGPA, FPGA. Either way, there's a specific type of chip that people wanted during the Kickstarter that they were apparently that's what they got, that's what they were going to use. And halfway through the project, because this project's I think like 3 years old now, it's 2 3 years old. Anyway, they swapped to full emulation, and then there were some issues in in production of it. But anyway, I'm rambling on here. The Polymega is a system that allows you to play PlayStation 1, Neo Geo CD, TurboGrafx CD, and then any of the regions of those, and just the base unit alone. And then it has these module systems that allow you to play your NES and Famicom games, your SNES, your TurboGrafx, as well as Sega Genesis. If I remember correctly, pricing wise, the base unit, which allows you to play the CD based games, is $400, and the upgrade modules to play like your cartridge based games are $70 a pop. This is not an expensive, or this is actually a rather expensive system, but I have a sizable PlayStation collection as well as a NES collection. So what I was really interested in the system because it allows you to play in full HD. Sometime next year, allegedly, they're going to be releasing a light gun that also works on HD TVs. So for me, that's awesome. Because as much as I love my 32-inch Toshiba CRT, like that thing ain't gonna last forever. So the problem I'm having with this is they just released some news yesterday. I guess due to an issue with a certain retailer who oversold the product, they're now in, I guess, some sort of production dire straits. This, unfortunately, has affected me, which leads me to believe it was Walmart that was the issue, because I had a pre-order through Walmart. And now I'm pissed. So let's get into it. I've been watching this system on and off for about, I would say, a year and a half now. I've been very interested in it. Their site just recently updated. They got a new layout, and they're saying that their first round of pre-orders will be releasing sometime in February. Now, this isn't the first time that there's been a delay. I guess it was supposed to release in 2019, missed its mark. At the time, it was due to, I believe it was due to COVID kicking off. No, the issue they had was it was a production issue in China. Then they moved it over to, I want to say it was July of 2020, this year. And again, this time it was a COVID related issue. So fair enough. Everybody was hit hard by it. Then they got a release date of like sometime in September. It's like September 4th or 14th, somewhere around there. Again, the day rolls by, nothing. They pushed it out. This time November, and they were fucking solid on it. They were like, yeah, we're gonna release in November. So it was like, cool. I finally decided to throw my hat in the pool and go, okay, pre-ordered it. Well, as I stated, today was supposed to be the day that it arrived at my house, November 14th. I got an email this morning because I've been following the tracking on it, and it still says just prepping order. So this morning, I get an email from Walmart stating that unfortunately, due to what was it? It was a very generic and canned statement as to why it didn't ship out, but it said something along the lines of, we don't know when it's going to be in stock because it's it's an item that is in high demand, so we will get back to you later if you'd like to refund your purchase, yada yada yada. So that's what I did. I refunded it. As much as I would really like the system, I am not going to sit back and wait, because this isn't the first time I've thought about pulling the trigger. I wanted to pick it up back in July, and then I thought, nah, you know what? I'll just wait a little bit till some reviews come out. The reviews didn't start filing in until, I want to say, last month, so September. And again, still currently looks awesome. I think it's a little overpriced for what they're asking for because it is technically just a PC running emulators. But that being said, it's still something that for me I really like because I can burn it essentially just dumps the image files or the ROM files from my cartridges and my CDs onto an M2 solid state drive or an SD card and allows me to run them on the system right away. It also doesn't have any region locking, so my Japanese import games will work. And then once the light gun comes out, I'll be able to use that on my high def TV, which is awesome. Because the only reason why I have 2 CRT TVs in my house is because I like me some Duck Hunt and Time Crisis. And aside from anybody listening, I happen to really fancy Resident Evil Survivor because the light gun on that is, oh, it's beautiful. But anyway, I just lost a ton of viewership for that. But regardless, the idea of it is a cool system. The price point is a little messy in my opinion because they were offering it for about $300 for quite a while now, and then they just upped the price up and then kept delaying it. So there's that bullshit. But I'm still kind of holding out hope. However, I think South Park said it best that when you pre-order something, you're pretty much just opening your mouth and letting someone just stuff their dick in your mouth, and that's kind of how I feel right now. Because look, I get it. Walmart fucks up your order. I've worked logistics for most of my adult life up until recently, and I understand production and shipping sucks. It is terrible, especially around this time of year because this is when shit starts really kicking off. But for you to put all the onus on a major retailer, which let's just come out and say it was fucking Walmart. Own up to it. Just be like, look, Walmart fucked us. Are you gonna lose the contract for that? I don't think so. Like, you wouldn't be the first person in the world to say Walmart has fucked you in some way, shape, or form. So, I mean, that's kind of it. I'm still patiently optimistic that it's gonna come out. However, I'm not gonna be one of the first round. I'm not gonna pick it up on one of the first rounds. I really don't think it's worth it at that point. I'm getting shades of the Ouya because I was someone who backed that fucking cube of garbage. It was a fun system until the videos on here where I unboxed it. I mean, the reason why I never did any gameplay videos of it is because that controller was ass. Like, the system itself was just kind of garbage. It was essentially the same thing as what the Polymega is. It's just instead of being Linux based, it was Android based, which is still pretty much Linux based. But regardless, I'm still holding out hope that this system will be good. I really am. And I hope it doesn't bite me in the ass because I would really like a way to play my older games on one of my high def TVs and be able to play light gun games. Because say what you will about the Polymega's internals, the Swindon light gun is, it's a thing of beauty. It reminds me of the GunCon 2 with a couple extra buttons. At least the original model did. The one that Playmoji is putting out for the Polymega is different looking, but it's got kind of this cool sci-fi Blade Runner look to it that I'm really digging. And the fact that it lets you do Sega Saturn games, man, playing House of the Dead again will be super fun. Again, if it comes out. I'm not trying to dissuade anybody. All I'm saying is, look, if you're going to pick up the system, wait until the first batch ships out. Once that first batch ships out, I am more than willing to dish out the money and actually wait for the system. But with all these production errors and it just so happens that we can't release it because of XYZ, I'm not digging that shit. I've worked with businesses that have done similar practices to that, and it pissed me off then, and it's pissing me off now. Again, this is just me rambling and ranting about this. If you got any other opinions, feel free to leave them in the comments below or not, because I think there's only maybe 2 of you that watch my shit. Hi, Danny. Perez, what's up, bro? But yeah, that's about it. Next video I got coming up, probably gonna post it tomorrow. Fixing up broken Optimus Prime. He's a little time warping here because I already glued it. But yeah, that's it. So let's see where it goes. Again, I'm hoping for good things, but been burned in the past. I don't want to be burned again. That shit sucks. Anyway, take care, guys.